And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards in the game's initial play.
And the Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 37. Check.
Go Bandit. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check it.
Check.
Shadow.
Shotgun now for Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Third and 7.
Wait, that. What is it? Hey, what's the ball? Shadow.
26, Mike.
Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Double
team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drop.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's Connell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up.
Open.
Here's Roethlisberger. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground.
Come on, roughing the passer.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to
Peace,
be
I might have found a way to stop the corner out.
But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And in practice, they fuck around with
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Balls.
Oh no.
To throw is Brady.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Yeesh.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face, because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Oh, Tom Brady.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The fuck? She was just sleeping in the weirdest fucking formation ever.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run with Connor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
2-2.
Big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 44 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down.
All I ever hear you saying, Peace.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,
But then when it's someone else, you go,
oh, snap! If he's able to diagnose
snap, James Conner.
Oh,
snap.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And then you go, oh, how does he get caught from behind? That's
I think he had to
bullshit.
read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When it's not Juju,
My
it's
next
oh,
teammate used to
snap.
tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice gain.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Black 20. Double, double. Watch the swirl. Let's go. Black is third.
They'll try and run forward with Connor.
Damn, he just shaved the block like that?
Losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it?
Bruh.
In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
A reminder, coming up tomorrow night, it's the one weekend of the year where we get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Rushing down he
TJ
goes.
Watt.
TJ Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Brady. It's grabbed over the middle by
shoot.
Wayne.
Oh, no.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for New England. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady.
Give me that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
44. Hey, exit.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger.
Juju!
Crossing route. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Straight wood.
Juju Smith-Schuster, 60 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
Touchdown. Let's get it.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
What does he do a lot?
Football.
Pass, run.
101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Oh, hell no.
That's what we call the green light, red light there.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back.
Oh my god, I keep thinking I have Le'Veon. I have Saquon Barkley. I'm trying to do that arm bar. I'm like, damn, this kid's going to be sick. And I'm like, why ain't it working?
Just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I
gotta get Saquon up to that shit.
He still has yet to get on track.
That man got to see like 20 passes a game, 20 fucking handoffs.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Oh, he's funny. I bet he does all this fucking... I just messed with him. He's probably watching a stream.
But it's brought in by Washington. Give him 19 there.
Everyone I played so far just fucking do that bullshit.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there.
Shit.
It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
We remind you that coming
like everyone that's been playing so far in this
like
franchise is
Orlando. He'll have scores
they either fucking drop everyone in coverage or they just blitz.
It's caught at the 10.
Juju.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
The fuck? Did you hear that bang?
Well, no.
Oh.
A big play.
Smith-Schuster
on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards.
It's probably like the base over by That's more like in
Two
White.
plays in succession.
Tom
Not sure
River.
this D knows what hit him, but now they
Know what I
got to
mean?
get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's counter. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big balls to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a place anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Might go for it.
Like 80.
That's what I do. Switch it.
He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Sean Davis with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Roethlisberger will throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give it to the screen guy.
I feel like people got to re-sign. I'm just not going to.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Matchbox lights. Alert.
Here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy.
I was thirsty for
His time is now run out on this 1st half of action. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand the counter, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that's caught inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
When Lawrence came out the truck, he was like, yo, man, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, what? He's like, you got to stop.
On 1st down.
Like, stop what? He's like, stop fucking cutting. I'm like, why? He's like, everyone fucking left.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half.
I'm like, yeah.
That's a precursor of a big
He said, what the fuck you doing?
I'm like, yeah, I gotta finish the island if there's like 6, 8 houses left, man.
Yeah, I didn't have to finish that shit, though.
5 yards as the defense
what?
jumps.
Yeah, I didn't have to finish that. Everybody literally stopped.
Yeah, but what? We're gonna cut that, and they're gonna get complaints and shit.
Literally, everybody did the same shit. They just stopped where they were at.
Yeah, but you guys are on a strip. I'm on an island. You know what I mean? It's a little different.
First down. That is caught. It's Juju.
Oh, yeah, he got some more atoms, bro. Oh, we got a trade.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Banner dude, I had to play him again.
Trying to get back into the game.
First game was close as hell. This game, he's like, he doesn't know what
they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
I'm just starting this game with the troll dude.
Go, go, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Slant route caught by Edelman.
Got me.
There he goes, Julian Edelman. He's at the 30.
Damn!
He takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
I gotta feel this guy out. I hate opening the game with on offense. I hate it.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Just can't do it.
Brady. And he's going to go down. Back
Thomas.
At the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Running cover 3 sky weak.
Stephon Tuitt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's seen 5 picks at this point. You got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move him back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick.
Oh my God, he got Lamar Jackson. Are you going to run like that?
That stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
230.
Bro, he's going to run for it every fucking time on third down with his running back.
The Pats leading
Come on, bro.
Super Bowl run in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
Switch my play up, though. You got to stop running the ball.
Short field as they take it in for
Not
6.
the same play. I'm changing it. Audible.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying
That's
to get
why you
back
don't throw
into
the ball,
game.
I guess,
Teams
huh?
are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They stay on the ground with White.
Oh, shit.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from White. Now White lost the football.
Oh, wow.
He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with White. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, White. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Come on, boy. Hey, go 66. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
198.
One final try now for Brady. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.